This is family, this is helping people, and this is giving back to the community. And I think that's a culture that Sid has put into the bank.
Sid Dinsdale is an all-American guy and a great citizen of Nebraska.
Honest, a great mentor, and an even better friend.
Grew up in a little town of Palmer, Nebraska, 420 people. Lived across the street from my cousins, my uncle and aunt. Worked in the feedlots and the farms and irrigated and worked cattle and that kind of thing until I went off to college. The bank came to be in Palmer. My grandfather and my great uncle partnered with a bunch of farmers and cattle feeders around Palmer to start a bank because they were afraid the bank was going to leave that was there. And they chartered it, I think, in 1938. And then we've just expanded since then. We love to grow, we're built to grow, that's what we like to do. Things changed dramatically in the banking business in the 90s, so we've merged everything under one technological platform, and that kind of changed the course of our company. It's really refreshing to do business in a state that wants businesses to grow.
Well, I've known their family. It goes back to my parents and with Sid's uncle, and I've known them for over 50 years. Working with Sid's a lot of fun. He's easy to work with, but he also, it's very competitive and he likes very good financial results. I've been on the board for slightly more than 3 years. I'm chairman of the audit committee. I think Sid picked me because I'm the only guy he knew that would be willing to do that as a former CPA. You hear all the large banks, very large banks, say they're community banks. Now I know Pinnacle's a very large bank, but the way the Pinnacle operates is they give a lot of autonomy to all their locations and they have the ability to make decisions. They know their customers, they have latitude in what they can do.
The autonomy of local decision-making, that's a community bank model. People like to work in that structure where they have decision-making authority to take care of their customers and their community. And long-term, it's a great business to be in.
I've known Sid really since he started practicing banking. One of my senior partners and I had represented a number of bank buyers. That's how I got acquainted with the Dinsdale family. He is born and raised in Nebraska, lived here all his life. His kids and grandkids live here. He is committed to supporting the local communities. Pinnacle does so much in the way of supporting civic and charitable organizations, hospitals, sports arenas. There's just so many things that they do that give back to the community. It didn't hurt that he married Dawn, because she is too. He likes to say he married out. They're just very committed to that. I mean, some people are, some people aren't. And the wonderful thing that we have in Nebraska is organizations like Pinnacle, where the people who are leading them have that commitment. It makes such a difference in all the things that go on. There's so many things that get done in Omaha and Lincoln and in smaller towns that just wouldn't get done if it weren't for the business community standing behind it.
Nebraska is home. A community really kind of goes as a bank goes in a lot of ways. So we want to be involved, not just with a check, but with time in those communities. Very, very important to us that our managers and everybody in the bank is involved in that town to help make that town better.
I've known Sid for about 40 years, pretty much from the time I first got stationed here in the early 80s. We go to the same church. He had no background like I had no background like he had. But we had a common bond through our faith and also through our friends. In fact, I'd say the best thing about Sid is he really goes by faith, family, and friends in that order, and business goes beyond that.
I consider myself a Christian, so that kind of starts every rule that I follow after that. And I think honesty is something you can't overrate, work ethic, and giving back to not only the community, but to others too. So I've been very blessed. I'm a very fortunate guy, and a lot of us, the luck of the draw, you were born to a certain family in a certain place at a certain time. And another thing that I really, really get a kick out of is giving people opportunities and watching them blossom. Because we like to have responsibility. We want to grow in our careers and our life. It's really been fun, just plain fun to grow our company and see people get opportunities and do a great job. We hope everybody in every market that we're in is taking care of their customers and their friends. Just hope to keep doing more of the same.